Have you ever asked yourself what's the reason behind you buying a local product? Well, in order to answer this question, you need to be familiar with the concept of urban agriculture, its role in our food system, and the politics behind the food. Now, talking about food, do you know what a food system is? Well, the food system is nothing but a dynamic network of activities involving the course our food takes, starting from its production, processing, transportation, distribution, consumption, and waste management. But there are many challenges that can instantly affect our food system, like climate change, scarcity and depletion of resources, public health, and urbanization. In today's world, agriculture faces significant challenges, including increasing rates of urbanization. By the year of 2050, 68% of our world population will be living in urban areas, meaning that our food resources will become less and the money you will have to pay for the food in the future will be much greater. So, going back to our local honey, it all starts with the production of the honey in hives, which are managed by resident beekeepers. After the honey is produced, it then travels through the processing phase, and the beekeepers consider their potential marketing outlets. The product then enters the distributing phase, where the honey is transported to shops, supermarkets, restaurants, and other retail outlets. And finally, you as a consumer go to the supermarket to buy this honey and enjoy it. The regulation and economy of food, in our case the honey production, its sustainability, and the degree to which we minimize waste is also quite an important process. For example, recycling the glass honey jar and reuse it many times will reduce waste and overall resource consumption, so it will become a more sustainable system. So now you might probably ask yourself, what does all of this have to do with politics? Let's stick to our honey example and look at it through a global lens. Around 80% of plants are dependent upon pollination by bees. This includes a 40% dependency upon bees for plants used in our food production. But the main problem is that many insects, including many species of bees, are dying due to negative trends occurring on a global scale. The reason for this include extreme environmental changes within intensively managed agricultural areas. These include loss of biodiversity through overuse of pesticides and also local climate change impacts resulting from global warming. As a result, the EU Commission has taken a number of decisive actions. In 2013, for example, it was agreed to restrict the use of neonicotinoids for pest control in agriculture. 5 years later, the free-range ban followed, which allowed the use of these pesticides only in greenhouses. And now you know how much of an influence our food can have upon political decision-making, but that's not where the political dimension ends.
What if we supply our kindergartens and school with local and seasonal products?
Shouldn't we preserve biodiversity?
What if we reduce plastic packaging in the supermarkets?
We should support local farmers, shouldn't we?
Yes, these are all very good questions that are being answered in a political discussion, like a food council for instance. But what's a food council? The main objectives of a food council are gathering information, connecting people, educating everyone, and recommending changes. It's a coalition of organizations and individuals that advocates for communities and farmers who are demanding more and better quality local food. A food council comprises of many different stakeholders. It includes volunteers, activists, local government employees, politicians, and civil society representatives from many different interests. Bigger organizations are also leading in the field. The FAO, for example, have a flagship initiative called the Urban Food Agenda. It is aimed to enhance sustainable food security and nutrition in urban and pre-urban areas. So local food councils and food agendas actually put the power back in the hands of people who are really concerned about our food. They can give urban agriculture a systemic dimension. Especially in today's digital era, a whole new political dimension is now becoming established. This includes a new breed of social entrepreneurs with an ability to actively mobilize and engage sectors of society in sustainable themes. And now consider what would be possible if we put the food system on political agendas. People with low income have access to good food. There's food diversity across every sector of society. School kids are able to eat a healthy and regional diet. Communal and urban gardens are being supported. Local farmlands and products are being supported. Regional farmers and residents are engaging with one another. And a fair trade of commodities is being supported. So this is why this local resident is joining a food council, to support local producers such as beekeepers, and much more importantly to support and fight for a more sustainable and just food system. A hotly debated political topic, not only in his city, but also all around the world. Is there a food council in your city? Go find out, help to make a difference.